All right. Welcome back to another episode of Obsessed with Death, and welcome back to the podcast, Shampoooty. Shampoooty, back on the pod. What's going on, buddy?
Back on the pod, man. It's good to be back.
It's it's good to have you back, man. We were talking right before we hit record here that it has been almost a year to the day. We're recording this at the end of June, and last July, you were on the podcast for the first time. And yeah, I can't believe it's been a year already. This episode is to catch up and see how things are going. It's also going to be a little bit about the original giveaway that we did, the Shampoooty Obsessed with Death urn that we gave away last year, and the possibility of doing another giveaway this year. But yeah, man, it's good to have you back. How are you? How have things been?
Same old, same old. It feels like not really a day has passed, you know?
It's crazy how quick a year goes.
Yeah, and I just assume you must already know everything I've been doing.
I mean, well, we did chat for a while on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and that was
Right.
sort of like a cheat catch up where like we did talk for like an hour, and I did sort of get like the full update on the past year. So when I say, "Oh, how's it go? What's going on?" Like I do sort of already know. But yeah, man, I mean, for people that maybe are just starting to listen to the pod or maybe didn't catch the episode last year, maybe like a fun little reintroduction on, who you are and what you do could be fun.
Yeah, on Instagram, go to Shampoooty, Shampoooty, 3 O's, Shampoooty, and you can find that I do these, variations of, like, kids' toys, adult issues, and some of those issues are relating to death. So and some of them are addiction, some of them are fetishes, some of them are just capital punishment and kind of depicting toys, kinda mixing up nostalgia with, like, a little bit of a darker side of adulthood or realities, and one of those is, death, and the last time we were on, I remember kinda going through how the first idea of this series was a kid's toy car. It's the Little Tikes yellow and red car, right?
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I turned that into a hearse, but that kind of stemmed from this this, like, immense, existential crisis that was happening in my life at the time, and it kind of just, transformed it into a bit of a laugh or, a bit of humor, which very much propelled the idea, and that just kind of evolved into all these other issues that are, plaguing us, shall I say.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, and yeah. So it's like you create this very specific type of artwork. The hearse is what got my attention. I don't remember where I saw it. I'm sure just scrolling on the internet somewhere. That immediately made me reach out and go, I got to have this guy on the podcast. We got to talk about these insane art toy pieces that he's creating. And then that turned into have you on the show and then coming up with an idea to create something that sort of blended your artwork with the podcast. You had already created all of this very specific death type of artwork, and I had always wanted to create some sort of like obsessed with death urn, and we found a way to sort of like blend the two. I'd say 90-10, mostly, your ideas with the Obsessed with Death logo, and we ended up doing this giveaway online, and it sort of blew up. I mean, it got a really interesting response, and we never really talked about it. We would sort of check in and chat maybe very briefly through DMs or something, and we obviously talked once the giveaway was done and figuring all the details and making sure we got those things created and sent out to the winners, but we never really talked about the response from the giveaway. And I don't know if you expected the response that we got. I didn't really think about it. It seems silly now considering what was being created was an urn, but it's still art. It's like a toy urn essentially, but you did make it, as a usable urn. Like this is you can put ashes in this urn. But what I didn't really think about was that people were going to reach out and be like, not only were they excited and wanted to win the giveaway and win an urn, but they had very specific plans for the urn, whether it was their mom or their dad or their grandma. They would tell us in the comments, some DMs to you and to me, I'm sure, basically saying, my mom literally just died. My grandma just died. I would love to be able to use this for her ashes. And then we had some other people that I know reached out to you and that you responded to that were saying, I'm terminally ill. I'm going to die in the next couple of months. I would love to know that my ashes are going to be put in this very specific urn. I mean, did you expect that sort of reaction at all?
Sometimes it's hard to tell in the beginning. Like if a person in a comment says like, "Oh, I want this," I don't know their condition or anything, so I can't really uh, say anything. But like for people who are actually wanting it, it was like a DM for me. I don't think they
Yeah.
wanted to put it in the comments, and
There were literal I mean, if you go through them, I saw multiple of people being like, I'm literally dying, or I know
yeah,
someone that's about to die. And didn't a couple of you reached out to a couple of people or responded? Didn't you make a couple of extra urns just for some of those people?
yeah. I made one for this for a person who reached out and said, I have stage 4 cancer and probably maybe like a month left, and it would be such a joy to have it. And so I sent that out, immediately. Like they received it. They're like, "Thank you so much." Haven't heard back since. So, but
So odds are they're inside the urn right now.
odds are, and like when I look up like urn like sizes, this one I think would be called a keepsake urn.
Yeah.
Due to the, size of the vessel that's in it, it's like it's made out of, plastic, like a kid's toy, but, if you unscrew the cap, you'll notice that it's like a stainless steel, threaded insert that,
Hmm.
will stand, the test of time.
It seems obvious now, but I was really surprised by the response.
One woman says, "I just survived a brain bleed requiring a cranianectomy and would be very grateful. I don't need this urn at this time. It would be, an awesome door prize for survival."
I love that. Dude, I just pulled up the comments as well, and I was literally about to read that one. That one's so good. Yeah, I'm scrolling through. It seems like you are too now, of all of these comments. And there was another one that I really liked. This one says, "Dad would look so good in yellow." I love that one. Another guy said, "Needs something to put my dad in. Has been in a mason jar for 3 years." Another one says, they tagged two friends and said, "Gang, I think we need one where we can all hang out together in," which I love the idea of just mixing. Um, a lot of people saying I could put my brother in this. I could put my sister. I have stage 3 breast cancer and need this too. I mean, just so many awesome comments. And yeah, I mean, it was really surprising how many people were extremely comfortable with either calling out the fact that their dad's been sitting in a jar for multiple years, or the fact that they knew someone that still needed a home. And I think part of that is probably just the idea of having to go buy and earn is probably a little bit daunting. And who wants to go have to go, who wants to have to go buy and earn and go through that process. I'm sure people that are still grieving, it's easier to just, keep them in the box that they come in. I mean, I don't know. So we definitely motivated some people to get their mom or dad or grandma out of that box, out of that plastic bag. And yeah, the plan is hopefully to do another giveaway. That's part of why we're also doing this podcast right now, is to let everybody know that, wheels are in motion. We're doing some brainstorming. We're not going to announce anything on this episode, but the idea will be to do another giveaway. I would love to do another urn giveaway. I think that could definitely be a possibility, but we're still figuring it out. But I'm very excited that something will happen.
Yeah, I think there would be something special. I'm curious, like, now that we've done the urn, like, what other, possibilities could there be that are, like, connected with what you're doing, as well as with people, and something that they can, maybe add, like, a sense of, there's, like, a lightness to this, there's a darkness, but it's a colorful way of looking at death.
Yeah,
Um
yeah. I mean,
it's
that's
approachable. It's
yeah.
approachable, and they can kind of find, "Hey, my dad needs this," with this kind of sense of ease or peace, maybe, or humor. It's really, delightful to see that, it can bring that out of people, because they're probably going through, or some of these people are probably going through a difficult time, but obviously everybody needs to laugh.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of it, right? It's like these comments were sort of split around people tagging their friends and saying, we should all, live eternally in this thing together. And there were other people, yeah, talking about either themselves or somebody very close to them needing an urn. So, and the fact that they were just so excited, and that's probably part of it too, right? It's like there are, like, some really well-crafted urns, like, there's some really nice ones, like, you could find very expensive, very, beautiful. There's, like, Italian wood urns that there's, like, a lot of different things, but I think for the most part, people think of urns, or when they look online, there's really nothing that special about most of them. They're kind of boring. They're like, maybe one color. And it's just, I think this just sort of sparked something in people where it did sort of put a smile on their face. It brought a little joy to the fact that, they could have a little fun with something that normally I don't think most people would consider that fun. Just from sort of thinking and talking about this right now, I did have one idea that I'll run by you here that, maybe we'll do, maybe I don't know. But there is like those keepsake, jewelry for ashes. What if we came up with some sort of like toy jewelry that they could put their ashes in? Like, what if we made like some sort of like toy, like a ring, or like some sort of, I don't know if necklace would work. I don't know how we would do that. Maybe we could create something that they could put ashes in, and then they could maybe come up with, like, however they would want what they would wanna do with that, in terms of if they'd want it to be a necklace or just something that sits on a shelf. But
Or like a a keychain? A keychain, little tiny urn?
a keychain urn.
But
I love
something
that.
that's like, it's like, so stuff on your keychain isn't, it's not so sentimental, like something around your neck, or like, a bracelet or something. It's kind of a side piece, which I think kind of, it could, like, help with the lightness. It's like, "Oh, there's, dad's on the keychain."
I do really like, it would be cool to even just recreate the urn that we made, just like a keychain size one.
That would be pretty cool, and even if it was kind of, those Coke vials where for cocaine, where there's a little spoon in it?
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
there was enough ashes in it where they could kind of undo it, take the spoon and just kind of maybe drop some ashes in a place that they think they'd like every once in a while. They'd just take out their keychain, undo it, Coke vial, some ashes on the flower that your mom liked so much, or
Yeah, they're on a cruise. They want to dump some in the ocean or, sitting out on the lake or something or going for a hike. I do like that idea of like, this is your travel ash companion. I don't know what you would call it exactly.
Yeah, and then you can get, like you can fill it up by, like, grams at a time. You're like, "Hey, I need 2 more grams. 2 more grams of dad.
2 more grams of grams.
2 more grams of grams, man."
I do. I like that. That might be the one. I don't know. We're not going to
That's
announce
pretty
anything, but that's good.
that's pretty cool, just because it's, like, reusable.
Yeah.
And also you could snort it if you really wanted to.
you may you may just need to feel closer to whoever has died, and if that means ingesting some, then you've got your to-go dad ashes hanging right off the keychain.
Dad to go. There was that one show, I forget what it was, like, it was about just kinda, like, strange, people had obsessive compulsive or, like, just habits that were kind of abnormal, and this one woman would, like, eat, I think it was she would, like, sprinkle her husband's ashes or and just eat them, um
I've seen like people be like didn't they smoke some of Tupac's ashes?
Meet the woman addicted to eating her husband's ashes.
Oh boy, I got to get her on the podcast.
Cassie, I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Um, she takes her husband's ashes everywhere and eats them, just like a little bit at a time.
So she's like microdosing her husband.
Yeah.
Well, not to do the most insane pivot ever here, but you have created Shampoooty Medical. What's the website? Is it shampootymedical.com?
Shampootymedical.com.
Where did this come from?
There's a gallerist, his name is Avi Gittler, and, he does residencies, and he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm doing this exhibit at a urology convention,
Mhm.
and it's urology-inspired art." He's like, "I have 5 family members who are urologists or in the urology field, and the last time I was at the convention, it was just so boring, so it we decided to, like, get a 30-foot by 10-foot booth and have, like, 60 pieces of art that are urology inspired there." And it ended up getting, like, the best, like, up and coming, booth at the, convention, and so I made a cystoscope, which is basically, something you stick in your pee hole that has a camera on the end, to, introduce, medication or tubes or I don't really know what they do exactly because I'm just a simple man. And I was also on an email chain with, like, 4 urologists and was able to just shoot the shit that I was researching in the engineering of the cystoscope until they were like, "Okay, yeah, yeah, you forgot this, you forgot that," and I would kinda redo it until they approved, and then, we came up with, "Let's make a hematuria, shot glass set where it's 4 shot glasses," and we've had them mass manufactured now. We have a hematuria shot glass set, which is it's a really niche market. If you go on Shampoooty Medical, you can see the Foley pen shot glass set, and I also have urine bag toiletry bags. Like,
There's also
yeah.
something called the Bladder Buddy.
Oh, yeah, the Bladder Buddy cystoscope,
That's what you were talking about.
that's
Okay,
like
I gotcha.
that's like a one of one.
Yeah.
I mean, I might make up to 5, that's what we've said, but the hematuria shot glass set is mass manufactured, it's glass and rubber caps, and the Foley pen is, machined aluminum, very high quality, good
Clinical grade
gift.
collectibles, as you
Clinical
put it
grade,
here.
yeah, yeah, they're definitely, like, in the collectible, like, space, and people in the medical field, I think, Avi's idea about having a bit of creativity, a bit of art inside of these more kinda sterile conventions allows people a place that's not a coffee shop, but adjacent, and there are a lot of, like, medically adjacent things that, aren't being tapped into, and at Shampoooty, Medical, our advanced, R&D lab operates, we're at the bleeding edge of non-biomedical product development, and extraneous engineering, and we do have rigorous standards, and
Yeah, of course.
for what we call quote unquote diagnostic accuracy and user centric design.
Zero HIPAA violations happening at Shampoooty Medical.
No, yeah, yeah. We got the OAB. OAB is overactive bladder. We got the OAB Institute. They gave us the Enterprise Diamond Resilience Award, which is
Wow,
really,
congratulations.
really great for us. And we have this guy on our staff named Denny, and he tests every single hematuria sample. He's ingested 55 liters, and he has like a 2.5-star Google rating as just Denny, and he's a tenured resident, which means that he's never going to be a doctor. Um,
Well, thank God for Shampoooty Medical keeping this guy employed right
yeah,
now.
and if you go to Shampoooty Medical, and they're on the bottom right side, it says Ask Denny, and
Okay.
you can ask him any question, and he will give you the lore of his backstory.
Well, it sounds like you got a crack team over there. Denny clearly has everything under control.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what you continue to produce with Shampoooty Medical. I know we talked about maybe trying to find a way to include Shampoooty Medical in the giveaway that we'll be doing this year. We could definitely talk about that, but I really do like the idea of the keychain, the urn keychain, or just like the ashes to go. I don't know what we're calling that. Ashes to go is pretty good, but either way, we're gonna figure it out. Make sure you go check out Shampoooty Medical, of course. If you are in the medical field, it's definitely worth checking out. And who knows, maybe you'll end up catching Shampoooty at a medical conference near you at some point here in the future. But buddy, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. We don't do it enough, but I appreciate you coming on the pod and being a part of this weird obsessed with death world.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.